Okay, so this is a Novo Mesto police station. This is location from Igor Jurcic. They were involved in Mount Everest of harassment, also in respect to the helmets they demanded, all kinds of stuff. Purchase this, buy this from AliExpress, buy this. And again, if you will buy this, it will destroy this. It will be this, it will be this, and so on. Which one is the best? Which one you want? This guy here, Igor Jurcic, tested in front of me probably 10 different helmets from AliExpress. This is a criminal director from Novo Mesto Police, this gangster here that you see, who knows more about this bicycle than anybody else does at the Novo Mesto Police Station. He, together with funny man, Andrei Stefanic, he learned and was implicated in absolutely every crime. Knew absolutely everything about this case, in particular about this bicycle, because he is a great bicycling enthusiast. They're all enthusiasts. You know, you don't understand what I'm coming from when I'm talking about enthusiasts and garbage like this. We go from what is known as a so-called Novo Mesto police station to a location where I live at. That's a Krka. That's in front of our house, exactly the house that you have seen. I was outside right there. It's so nice, this Google Maps. It's truly, truly brilliant, because you can so nicely, you can go and you can demonstrate. You know, I was outside of the house right there. And in the back of the house, you cannot see it because there's some trash cans. But the neighbor who was implicated in this even in 2020, I find this truly bizarre. I was right here behind the house. That's their house right there. Procalculated Igor Jurcic. Garbage in a blue uniform, I demonstrated you. Together with the Buzicnik. That's a young garbage who issued me a ticket for illegal right turn on a semaphore light. That this here would be where a lot of stuff would go on. And have even mentioned the future tenant, this guy here, which he was nowhere in the picture, anywhere in the picture, would have cameras everywhere. They claim that this had to have a lot of cameras this year. Police was extremely, this here, from this stream as you go, a lot, mostly the crime was concentrated into this area here, into this uphill, this narrow bridge here, and uphill. They committed a very, very serious crime today at this narrow breach. Very serious crime based on MKUltra scenario. I had a guy sitting inside of the kitchen and discussing this issue with me. Cut in front of me with the tractor. That was a smaller machine, like this, but smaller, who had a trailer and net house construction. He mreža gradbena temelji. I don't know how the fuck you say this in English language, so sorry, man. I am gonna use pictures like this. And this does not demonstrate nearly, but it was something like this or like that that was hanging of this tractor or whatever you call this. I demonstrated you earlier. That he cut in front of me before the descending down. He raced through there. Crazy. Cut right in front of me and then descended here down to this alley here. Oh yeah, he's gonna say that his tractor cannot go, I don't know, beyond what speed. He had two cars coming exactly from the opposite direction, from this direction here. And they were way ahead of him. And he barely braked in front of me. Give them chance to go past him. And then what he would do is he would slow down right here. For what he stated me inside of our kitchen he will do, because he is worried about the cargo that he has in the trailer. The cargo was illegally long, I believe. It hung out several meters from the trailer that easily could have me pin myself on those wires, on these wires. It's all spined out on the tractor. He towed that kind of stuff. This was today, but for this bicycle they prorated that the chain would go exactly here. And I did not explain to you about the tires. It was neighbor metod Jerman. I did not even finish the shit because it's so much garbage. It was so much garbage involved in this stuff. Claimed. They demonstrated it at the beginning of the video. You can see where I have bicycle parked inside, basically, inside of the house. Suggested me, oh, well, it always will be empty. Like this. And I don't know. Did they prorate it? That's the way it's going to be? That it's going to deflate itself? I have no fucking idea. But that's exactly the way it was. And this is a garbager from here. Ex-police officer, one house from here. A criminal that you see right there was implicated also in this. And I asked him, how come, if I'm going to put the air in it? And he would not answer the question. So it could be that he incited in a paranoia. You know. See, I don't know. Frankly, I don't have experience with the bicycles. Maybe the bicycles naturally let the air out of the tube. I don't fucking know. Both tubes, however, are not 2 and I don't know how much bars, 2.5 bars or whatever. It's written on each tire that needs to be the proper stuff. You know, it's not a month ago when I put the proper air inside of the tires, and the only one I visited once was my father. And that's all there was. And then other than that, the bicycle was parked inside of our, right at the entrance to the house. And I would not touch one. It's simple as this. So it's kind of strange when he said it to me, it's always going to be like this empty. I don't know what the fuck he meant by this. Which of course they did measure absolutely everything they measure, and absolutely whatever they found some irregularity, they incited in a paranoia. That's their job. That's a police job. But I don't know. It's kind of scary how predictable these people were about absolutely everything. Wouldn't it be scary to you when you would have no fucking transport, where they would cut your shoes, where they would destroy your shirts, everything, fuck you up, everything, absolutely everything? Wouldn't that be scary to you? Wouldn't you be alert about it? The chain was already destroyed to me in Poland like this, from the bicycle. They already destroyed me the chain, just as they had promised me they would do in Poland. Um, huh, do you believe this? I don't know if you can hear, but this is again sirens. It's a funny thing because they were so silent. They were so silent like a mouses. And now again they pick it up. Find it interesting. Find it interesting because they were so silent for about a month or so. And now again it pick it up. They paraded that this would be it, that this is what my chain would break. They inspected bicycle, everything, what it would take, what kind of force to get one, to get the chain broken and so on. Basically the same. And these are the people that they talked to me about 2007 assassination attempt, as if it was for, you know, as if I would be making it up or something like that. I did spoke to you about the car assassination attempt. They did not believe anything. They did not believe anything. But this motherfuckers, Juršić was here with Božičnik, entire team, Zajcik. They were measuring literally where, what location the chain would break. And I have to tell you something. This location here explains to me clearly that my chain would break on my way out of the house because we have a much greater inclining in hills to cross. It's crazy. We have many other locations where this chain could break. We have really steep locations and long locations where easily a chain could break. And so I find it interesting for them, for the police, to have chosen. We have many crazy locations with much greater effort, much bigger stress would take on the chain. So basically I can prove right here that Igor Juršić contemplated together with the Stefanic with police department on breaking me chain at home. That's why this is so important. This is also hill here. And as you turn around, it's a hill there. It's fucking hill everywhere. How the fuck did Juršić know, together with the Zajcik, with the Stefanic, with Božičnik, that my chain will break here? Because he talked about the chain. The chain this, chain that, chain I don't know what chain, blah blah. It's gonna break and it's gonna break and it's gonna break, whatever. How did he know it's gonna break here? How did he know about that? Well, he knew it because our house is here. A little further, keep throwing me back, reversed. A little further as you go is our house. So that means they would break me the chain inside of our house. So that's basically here. So yeah, if you break me here, according to Juršić, and it most likely will break, according to Juršić and Božičnik, Zajšek, it most likely would break here at the Graben, because it's such a hill. Really? Really? The location he demonstrated me was exactly here, the location that I demonstrated you. He already pretended like he investigated where the chain is going to break. But this was, everything was like this. This is the stuff I was describing to you all along on the blog. So this is just another contemplated destruction of the bicycle right here. This is where he would break. He said, it most likely. All right, so I hope I have proven beyond any beliefs, battery died me again on the telephone, that these people contemplated on destroying me bicycle. Even a bicycle. The bicycle that was for sale for 150 euros recently at Eurospin store is what they demanded, and insisted for that bicycle that once I'm going to purchase one as new this year is going to be stolen. They insisted me that bike is going to be stolen. If purchased new in the store, it's going to be stolen simultaneously. Psychiatrist Peter Kapsch was examining me at thefts of the bicycles throughout the Novo Mesto, at the stores. You would have people meeting me with the people that will be left with the wheels of the bicycle or whatever, and cry to me during MK Ultra and gesture me that that's what's going to happen to you. This is the shit that went on. For this particular destroying me this bicycle, they prorated the bicycle, the chain is going to explode right at the top of it. Talking about Božičnik, Štefanić, Juršić, etc., etc. Interesting. They procalculated that not as I go up, but somewhere here. They procalculated. Well, if they procalculated, it's going to be in this direction toward the city, that obviously will be toward the father, to visit father. And so these people destroyed absolutely every transport, everything possible that one could even use to transport. How the fuck is that normal? Director of police directly, present director of police are directly involved in this stuff. Under what circumstances can stuff like this be normal? Obviously not on another hill, obviously not elsewhere, obviously in direction of the city means only one thing. They would destroy me, break me chain inside of our house, just like a neighbor Method Yerman stated. And I hate to use police officer and even more neighbor, because they are murderous animals, killers, assassins. And I refuse to refer to the scum as neighbor or police officer. It's a scum, it's a dirt, it's a filth, and must be treated as such. Maybe worth of mentioning is the way they did this stuff, the way they communicated with me in respect to this issue. They mentioned other locations, Zajšek, other police officers would come here. This was on multiple occasions, not only one occasion. And they would talk to who was with me, Juršić, about if they check other location and so on. I would not even understand exactly what, where, how. It came to me just now that I actually have even the proof about the next incident this garbage planned on, in blue uniforms planned on, not too far from our house. Clearly, it would be broken inside of our house. So, a little earlier today. This is a long one. This one is coming already from the city. I don't know if you can hear. From the city already, all the way. He goes all the way. You're gonna see what that is. That's right across the river, basically, so you get to hear this shit. They were very silent lately. You see this shit? Today's Saturday, don't forget. I was at the father today, and Okay, the ambulance vehicle already passed by. So this is a little bit earlier. I hear a lot of roar today throughout the city, and this is what happened to me on my way when returning from the father. I was talking to a young Nepali couple, and I get the ambulance power on display. They were on a power ride again today. This is just happening, and it happened based on MK Ultra. I don't know what the nature of their call was, but this stuff was exactly embedded in MK Ultra. I managed to identify a couple from Nepal. I could do better if I would meet them again in person, but that's it. So, total lunacy on display. That's a couple right there. Involved in MK Ultra. And there were also other sirens. Today is Saturday. This became obsession. This became an obsession with. I don't even see a lot of traffic. I see the traffic going out of the city, but I don't see much traffic going in the city. Today's Saturday. Um, this was really two ambulance vehicles. You don't see this very often, do you? Everything to stop me from going to the father on a visit, and even more so to prove that something is wrong with me, including the bicycles. That's why this shit is very important, because it proves shit intention from what became a director of Novo Mesto police station. Personally, Igor Jursic. So, if this is not demonstrating the implication on destruction of things that includes the transport, which I am completely without, then I don't know what the fuck it does. Ah, there you go. It's very important for me to note something to you. You know, you people might not be familiar with MK Ultra, and for those that are familiar with MK Ultra, or that you do understand what MK Ultra is, it's extremely, extremely disturbing. When placing the video like this on the internet, I become realist, because the worst part about MK Ultra is when you, let's just say my case, that they destroy you absolutely everything, they vandalize you, and they incite in paranoia by using even bicycles from other people, as it was proven in this case. It's very, very disturbing to go absolutely anywhere, to do absolutely anything in your life. If they destroy your fishing rods, if they destroy your bicycle and car and absolutely fuck you everything in your life, you become extremely not motivated in life. And contrary to other people, I remain motivated in my life. And I just wanted you to understand, I feel good about releasing shit that was instilled in me, literally instilled by the police, by this criminal garbage psychiatrist, Kapsch. Peter Kapsch is individual here, signed agreement with Americans and with the British about the immunity. British royals supposedly granted this criminal total immunity from persecution, if I understood that properly. This is at least what this guy here insisted, that he is completely immune, that they had to agree to him to be immune
even to release me from the psychiatric hospital if I understood that properly. That's what he claimed. And so, understanding what these people have done to me, what this is, it will make you understand that individual like this walks around practically 3/4 insane. Practically 3/4 insane. Imagine about the stuff that I spoke to you in this video, and you will understand what that means, the definition of the lunacy. Well, this is the people that make one. This is the people that literally manufacture lunacy. These are the who you people don't want to see as a domestic terrorists, but that's exactly what they are. This is a Serb that was born in Slovenia. He's got Slovenian name, just like Jurčić and Milan Kučan, etc., etc., but he represented here the interests of the greater Serbia, of the Moscow. And I cannot afford myself to see people like this other than Serbs in Slovenia. If I see this as a native people, stuff like this, just in some kind of opposite, different political spectrum or something like that, it's better I check myself in the psychiatric hospital. Or that I see a police like this as a police, or even address them as a police. That's a definition of the lunacy in my case.
This issue here about my not knowing how to shift these gears here, I haven't driven the bicycle no more. And the brainwash during MKH from Igor Jurčić was so severe that I would not even bother with stopping the bicycle and changing the gear. I don't know. I really don't know anymore what is correct and what is wrong way because of the degree of violence that was used, brainwash that was used. I cannot say to you exactly how the bicycle functioned when the bicycle was new, because bicycle was damaged, just as I explained, practically at very beginning when I got the bicycle. So and this is the same principle with absolutely everything. They always destroy things that for which they know they will last on a longer term. Despite being damaged, they always destroy them at the beginning. They always do the stuff at the beginning. It's the same thing as with the health. The biggest damage they do is done rapidly at the beginning. That's how they assure themselves that they can always hold manipulation over your health or whatever issues. That's an important one. And the second one I would also demonstrate you is this here. Is the stuff that I failed to demonstrate. And well, I said to myself, if I'm already doing this stuff, if I'm doing this video on this subject, and the subject of the bicycle, then, well, as well as mine, I do this the proper way, and I also demonstrate you how the front wheel of the bicycle is working, so that you can see that part, how that is. I'm gonna put it like this, and I think I gotta see it. Okay, there you go. So this is a bicycle, and this is the front wheel, and again, I don't know what's going on. They drove me crazy. You can see it. You can see what the bicycle is doing. It's going like this. Let me see that, the view. This shit is disturbing. Imagine go buy yourself a fucking new bicycle and there you have it. You probably don't go and buy yourself a stuff so that you can have it like this. This bicycle only was driven on the hard asphalt surface. What is his name? His name is Božičnik. Božičnik insisted that broken tires, the whole pieces of the tires are missing. He claimed that this is because you don't stop on the you know, if you drive on the sidewalk. And so apparently that if you jump with the front and go up, it's this thing here that destroys your tires. That's what he said. I did so little of this that it's fucking insane, his claim. He was here, he inspected the bicycle with the Stefanich. Where I supposed to park the bicycle, everything. And this is the scum that did know nothing about me when I came to the police station to report crime against me based on MK Ultra. Ongoing violence against me. They did not know anything about me, not know nothing about Josip Broz Tito, not know nothing about the governments, not know nothing about absolutely anything. I don't think I did, I don't know what exactly I video recorded, how I video recorded this stuff in respect to the front tire, but this especially pisses me off. They did have me at the service in Žabja Vas, and they took the bicycle also to other locations. I'm talking about the Janez Ogulin here. That's a previous director of Novo Mesto police station who was directly involved in this stuff. He was very, very bothered with the bicycle. He was extremely, extremely bothered with the bicycle. They did not want me to have, upon my return from Poland, they did not want me to have any fucking transportation. Something that I could rely on. A bicycle obviously was of a great threat. I think that this was a very, very bad stuff when it comes to doing somebody something bad. Bicycle can be very bad stuff because you don't even need the gasoline for one. You don't need anything. I don't know what's going on with this. It could be that there is a little trick they did to the bicycle, and it could be that they eventually did bend me a brand new bike, just as I explained right there. If it was not somebody else's bicycle, if it was mine, then that's exactly what it is. Right here in front of the house, hijacked directly from Chicago to witness destruction of my bicycle. Entire village was here. They had kids from the village, not kids, but adults already, neighbors, beyond disgusting.